Guild War is easy as fuck, Part 3. Here's our target. We have Harsetti-Mort and Young Senya. The idea is to bait Mort and Young Senya with Elvira and her 3-turn immortal buff, and we will bring along 2 fire units. Fire Flan as the main damage dealer, and Abigail to protect Elvira with the immortal buff as well as cleanse the fear debuff caused by Mort. Let's go over each character in the defense team in detail and how our trio will counter them. First, there's Young Senya. Basically, her passive allows her to gain fighting spirit when attacked, and when her fighting spirit is full, she gets an extra turn and deals a significant amount of fixed damage. Not to mention, she can cleanse and boost combat readiness for the entire team with her S3, as well as trigger dual attacks with her S1. The most troublesome thing about her is her passive, and since it relies on fighting spirit, we'll use the fighting spirit nullifier, Elvira. With her passive, as long as she's on the field, the enemy cannot gain any fighting spirit. And with her S3, she can grant herself immortal for 3 turns. She will be an incredibly effective bait, as she can both nullify fighting spirit and provide safety for the team with her 3-turn immortal buff. The next issue we have to deal with is Mort. He can inflict a significant amount of damage, and he can also apply the fear debuff. To counter this, we will use Abigail. Abigail's S2 cleanses all debuffs from the ally in the back row and grants them immortal and vampirism buffs for 1 turn. And who would be a better choice for that position than Elvira? She can comfortably stay on the field, waiting until the next turn when Abigail's passive is activated, before needing to use her S3 to maximize her survival time. We will also use Flan as the main damage dealer. Thanks to her passive, she can both protect herself and deal significant damage by enabling allies to trigger dual attacks with her during their turns. We'll equip Flan with an immunity set to ensure that she cannot be stunned on the first turn, in case Harsetti is using an artifact like Abyssal Crown and it actually procs. That's the entire lengthy theory. Now let's watch the match. As you can see here, I didn't use Elvira's S3 right away. I only used it after Mort used his S3 and Elvira's health dropped to 1. Then, Abigail's passive will activate and cleanse Elvira. Here, Elvira cleansed the fear on her own, so I decided to use S3 on Mort. Otherwise, it wouldn't have been a problem, since after Elvira's health drops to 1 and she's still under fear, Abigail will cleanse and buff immortal for her.